Hey guys, it's Sarah and I am here today to do a book review on The Vegetarian, and this is written by Kang. I got this book from a website called Blogging for Books, and that is a book review website where if you have a blog or a YouTube channel, then you can request books. You don't have to be approved. As long as it's available, you can select one and it gets sent to you, and then you read it and review it, and then you are able to select another book. So I've had this one for a while. It just took me a long time to actually get to it, which is so ridiculous. Look how short this book is. And I've read it really quickly, but I'm finally read it and I'm ready to review it now. So this book was published in August of 2016, so it has been out for a few months now, and this actually won the Man Booker Prize in 2016. That's a pretty big literary award. Now, this is an adult literary fiction, and it follows a Korean woman who decides to become a vegetarian, and she is forced to kind of deal with the repercussions of that based on the Korean culture and kind of their views about things like that. And this was also translated from Korean into English. So this was originally written in Korean, and then this is the translated version. So this follows a married woman. Her name is Young Hai. I think. I will be completely honest with you, most of these names sound very similar, but I had to actually go back and kind of decipher which one was her. Okay, which one was her? It was a little confusing for my very small brain. So she is married and she is living a pretty low-key life in Korea with her husband. Nothing very exciting. She's pretty basic, and she ends up starting to have these dreams that are very vivid and very violent and involve a lot of blood and a lot of flesh. And these dreams cause her to want to stop eating meat. She just stops. So this decision shocks her husband. It even embarrasses him in public. And he tries many different avenues to try to get her to eat meat again because he doesn't understand it. She's also not really expressing her reasonings behind it. She just says she doesn't want to, and that's it. So they have this really big struggle between each other on he's not understanding why she's making this decision. She's not explaining it to him. She's just doing what she wants to do. It's causing a lot of tension in their marriage. He even tries to get her family involved in trying to help her to start eating meat again. And her family is just the same as her husband. They don't understand it, and they go through lots of pretty drastic measures to try to get her to eat meat again. Not only are they embarrassed culturally about this, but they're also concerned for her health because not only is she just not eating meat, but she starts rapidly losing weight and becomes physically weak because she's not getting that protein that she needs. She really finds herself fighting to make her own decisions, and her family is literally crumbling around her. There's a lot of different turmoils in her family, a lot of different relationships happening within their family, which took me by surprise and shocked me a little bit that there was, lots of things going on behind closed doors that no one really knew about. So that was very interesting. But all the while, she's just trying to maintain her independence and just do what she wants to do. So this book, I gave 3 stars. I felt like I probably should have given it more because it's such a popular book and it's so critically acclaimed. But to me, it was weird. So the first thing is the Korean culture in here. I'm not very familiar with the Korean culture, so this was kind of a little eye-opening for me. And it's very, the men are the leaders of the household, the women are the submissives, and they are very sensitive about the actions of others to the point where they are embarrassed to be in front of other people. So for example, this woman's husband, he talked to his mother-in-law trying to, talk to her about what's going on with her daughter and all this. And her mother was embarrassed to the point where she didn't feel worthy to be able to talk to him because of her daughter's actions. So that was very interesting. There was also a lot of sexual content in here, which I was not expecting at all, but a lot of sexual tension, a lot of sexual desires that were not appropriate, and just, okay, we're going there for a little bit. All right. I can definitely appreciate the literary aspect of this book. And, her struggles really were heartbreaking. They really were. And, just watching her trying to make her own decisions while everyone around her was trying to make decisions for her was really heartbreaking. But at the same time, I could understand her family struggles because she wasn't providing an explanation. She was very stubborn. She didn't really talk that much. She was just, I'm not eating meat and that's it. And I'm going to waste away and I don't care and you shouldn't care either. And all that. So I could understand her family's concerns about her health and, things like that. But it was, yeah, I don't know. So overall, it was a very different read for me. I'm not big on literary fiction. I do want to start reading some more of it because they are important and I think it kind of opens your eyes up to other things. For example, the Korean culture in here is new to me, so it was good for me to read that part of it. And but as far as my enjoyment of the book, it was very middle of the road. So, a solid 3, I think, is kind of like right in the middle. And I can definitely appreciate it for what it is. But at the same time, it's not really something that I, look for and seek out and, enjoy the entire time that I'm reading it. I also did go back and forth between reading this book and listening to the audiobook of this that I had just gotten from my library. And the audiobook is very good. The narrator is a male and he did a great job. All right, so that is my review of The Vegetarian by Han Kang. Please let me know down below if you guys have read this book and what your overall thoughts were for it. And do you like literary fiction? And if you do, if you guys can give me some recommendations. It is a genre that I want to start, diving into a little bit more so I can kind of broaden my horizons a little bit. And that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.